Now, this may be good news for some of you, depending on how much you earn. There's been a review of the income tax rate. Some of you may begin to see marginal increase in your salary. That's not because your employer is generous. It's as a result of the review. So how much can you expect? Let's get some education on this. We're joined by an assistant commissioner at the Commissioner General's office, Dominic Knapp. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us here on Joy News Prime. What are the rates and how does it apply?
Thank you very much and good evening to your listeners. Every year through the budget statement, government makes some key and critical tax policy interventions to achieve a certain set objective. The issue at stake here has to do with the individual tax rates. One of the intervention, as far as the policy intervention, has to do with the individual tax rates, which is supposed to provide safety net for the low income, earners.
Okay.
Now, what it is that if you earn 4,380 per annum, the law says that don't pay tax at all. 4,380 Ghana, you are not paying any tax. If we convert this one into month, that means that if you earn 365 Ghana cedis per month, you don't pay any tax at all.
Okay.
If you additional income of 1,320, you pay tax rate of 5%, which works up to 66. Now, what it means is that if your total income for the year is 5,700, you are paying only 66. That is the first 4,380, you don't pay tax on it at all. Then the additional 1,320, you pay tax at a rate of 5%, which is 66. Now, what does it mean? What it means clearly is that there is going to be a marginal tax rate, marginal relief, as it were, for self-employed persons and salaried workers. If you are a salaried worker, obviously you are going to experience a reduction in your tax payment. This is just because government has reviewed upward the individual tax rates to provide some cushion to some individuals. But let me just hasten to say that if you are high income earner, of course you may also experience a little drop in your taxes. It's just going to be a little, not so much. Whatever it is, there is an increase in disposable income.
So just for clarity, this is mainly going to benefit low-income earners. So if you earn so much, like my producer, Abla De Souza, it means that this may not apply to you.
Obviously, every person will experience a marginal increase. But those who are going to actually experience so much are the low-income earners.
Great.
So your producer certainly will experience some little.
Very little. Okay. Now, does this place any responsibility on the employer or employers?
The responsibility it places is that the employer is required to actually deduct the appropriate taxes to the Ghana Revenue Authority. So it may require the employer to configure their system to ensure that they accommodate the new rates as provided by law.
Mr. Knapp, when does this take effect?
It was gazetted and assented on the 31st of December 2021. What it means is that effectively from January 1, it has taken effect. But let me also say that it is only for resident individuals. If you are a non-resident individual, you cannot actually take part in this. Your tax rate will be 25% if you are a non-resident individual. So this is actually meant for resident individuals.
Great. Are there anticipated challenges and that the GRA is seeing that this may bring, and how should affected persons go about it?
What it means for the GRA is that there will be a little drop in the PAYE taxes that GRA will collect. The challenge for GRA would mean that we have to go all out to ensure that others who are not in the tax net are actually brought in. Otherwise, I don't foresee any challenge.
Mr. Knapp, I'm grateful for your time. That's an assistant commissioner at the office of the Commissioner General at the Ghana Revenue Authority.